Okay, guys, I'm back. My baby came home. My 22-year-old got off work. Had to spend a little time with her. Hear about her day. Okay, and everything else she had to say. Hear her heart. But it really ties in with what we were talking about. Because the last thing we were talking about was that you're an elder in the community. And that's what I was having to be in that moment. You know what I mean? I could have been like, oh, let me, get back, to the program and, follow the steps and go through the protocol and do the thing. But no, it's about recognizing when it's time to actually do the thing, that you're talking about here, okay, on the vision board. Okay, I don't just bypass the fact that, in this moment I recognize that my community, my daughter, who is a part of my community, needs my assistance. I need you to listen to me. I need you to hear my day. You got the children. So you the elder called to the youth in your community. In your part of the world. You have something to offer. If it's nothing but a listening ear. You have something to give. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. It says wisdom bearer. You have your experience, tradition, kindness, to even listen, to share time is kind. Especially when you're doing it sincerely. Okay? It says health. Even you doing that is good for your health, good for their health, good for the health of the relationship that you have with those right in your community. It says neighbors, those on your team, those that you're connected to, those in society, those who you cooperate with. Community. So you definitely are having to protect your spirit, your house, okay, by putting up healthy boundaries, by paying attention to who you around, because you ain't got time to be drained. You don't have time to be drained. You don't have time to be unavailable because you emotionally depleted, dealing with people who are on the path of, perversion and wickedness. We was talking about how you had something locked away. And now it's time to remember. Could be like me, older in age. But it's time to remember those things that brought your heart joy. You love being there for the youth. You love being there for the young ones. You love being available to, to guide, to help, to assist in any way, shape, or form. You made it this far just to do that, just to be this, to teach. You know what I'm saying? We talked about how Solomon was a teacher of the law. Show them how to read the room when she coming home and talking about work and what happened and who did what, and okay, how to handle those customers that's coming in and out, back and forth. When she needs some encouragement because the managers there aren't giving it to her. And I got to remind her, if you lined up all the people that you done helped in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, you would be able to see yourself as you are, valuable. You'll be able to see all that you done learned, all the different people that you done been able to adapt to and get along with, in spite of however they are. How many people you done had patience with. She come right in. I'm at the bartender. If you're looking for me, I'm at the bar. Okay. We chop it up. And we chop it up. Okay, that inner child come out in me for my community so that we can have harmony. So that we can create that heaven on earth, that atmosphere, okay, of freedom where anything is possible. That atmosphere has to be created. She has to know that she is safe. Okay? She is safe. She is loved. She is being listened to. She is being prayed for. She is being supported sincerely by the elder in her community. Yeah, small talk with this bartender. Alleviator. Yeah, come tell mama all about it. What happened? And how'd you handle that? So I can show her how she's being this person all day. Alchemizing situations, personalities, circumstances. She said they had her being the elder at work today. Okay? And I had to remind her that's an awesome opportunity that you had the opportunity to be that. I bet you did some things today that you didn't know you could do. You didn't know were in you to do. But you've been working at that job for 5 years now. You got some experience. Yeah. And she was saying how she ready to, okay, go back to school. You ready to do, okay, now you ready. We had to wait till that mind. Got to get that mind ready first. Then the rest gonna follow. And she looking for that next level of harmony. She's thinking about what, okay, what do I love? She going into that inner child, okay, to protect that inner child. You don't have to stay there. Whenever you get ready to move, you can move around. You can make some different decisions. But you really weren't ready before now. It's allowed you to be, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's allowed you. Where you've been working at, it has allowed you to be able to just enjoy being young, being new, being brand new. Now you ready to take it to the next level? You ready to get paid a little bit more for your experiences? You ready to benefit? Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to keep going. Okay. You ready to benefit? Okay. You ready to move around? All right. Listen to those cues. Those subtle cues. They'll let you know what it's time to do. Place yourself in a space that feels safe. If you ain't feeling safe enough where you at, place yourself in a space that feels safe. And again, God got me here being the elder in my community. Okay? Doing what I love to do, what brings me joy. What fulfills my soul. I was trying to look for that card that was talking about joy. It must be under here. And I was telling her to cooperate with God to make sure that, you know, she includes him in her making her next step so that she don't hit and miss. You just take one moment of stillness a day and really intentionally tune in so that God, so to make sure that you know what you're doing. Okay, God, am I going in the direction that you want me to go in? I don't want to have to go to school for something and it's not, you know, it ends up being a waste of time. You know, it's always an experience, so it's never a waste of time, but you can get closer to hitting your target is what I was telling her. By going in and getting steer so you can get clear. Because if you ask God for his direction to lead you and guide you, you're going to end up here. 10 of Cups. Where you going to be happy too. Not just everybody that you serving happy. Okay. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Here it is with the Page of Pentacles. Sometimes anxiety about doing something well or being perfect causes avoidance of the very things that used to bring you joy. Do your passions make you feel good? Do they help others? Is it something that highlights your unique brilliance? Transform your ideas into solid realities. And that's exactly what me and her ended up talking about. How can she take the ideas that she got in her head and turn them into solid realities? Me doing this is taking the ideas that I have in my head about how I can help. You understand what I'm saying? How I can find something that I enjoy doing that actually brings me joy, so that it's not just work. That joy is important. That's why God got us protecting it fiercely. Can't be around people that, you know, who intentionally are there to drain your joy. Are intentionally there to have you so confused, so unsure of yourself, what you have to offer, what you have to bring to the table. That you don't have any joy. We can't have that. That's gonna affect the bag. Can't have it. Many opportunities are opening. Your effort is paying off. I was letting her know, reminding her, your effort is paying off. It's going to pay off. You see? Just get clear on the direction. The opportunities are there. This is your moment to claim your abundance. Claim your abundance. You're supposed to have an abundance of joy. Listen to this. A joyful heart is good medicine. I'm just saying, all the things that are out here to offer, that are advertised, you know, to bring you joy. Okay? A joyful heart is good medicine. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. This right here is the type of stuff that crushes your spirit. Being around people like this, who do things like that, it's enough to crush your spirit. Okay, after trying and trying and trying, and you know what I'm saying, and they looking for you to be perfect. It's causing you anxiety. Look at her face. She look anxious. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know. I've done everything. What else can I do? And they just enjoying you. They want to make you to where you're bitter and you don't want to be, joyful no more. Because they're really jealous of that light. That you have it and that they don't. Even though their ways are perverse and wicked, they ain't going to do right with it no way. They're going to find a way. If they did have it, they would use it to manipulate people even the more. To get more of what they want. And at the same time, they ain't never satisfied. Because what they want is not what they should even be asking for. You got your own. Okay? So yeah, let's not have this swapping of spirits. Your spirit is joyful. You have a joyful heart naturally. And God is saying that it is good medicine. Okay? You can take that joyful heart into the community and make something happen. Something beautiful. Something everybody can enjoy and share and be a part of, no matter what age. Okay, look at these 3 ages, all these ages. You got, okay, this, the teenagers, the preteens, okay, the elementary, the young adult, the elder. Okay, and this is what we look like in spirit. We after that joy. We after what brings us joy. What is, because we know being in that state of being is going to be good for us, beneficial for us, and those that we love, those in our community. This means that our emotional and spiritual state of being deeply affects our physical health. A positive, cheerful outlook acts as healing, while prolonged sadness, stress, or despair drains our inner strength and vitality. Okay, at this age, we want to still be able. Okay, we want our spirit to be like this, and just infinite and eternal. Yeah. We may be aging, but we don't have to be, just getting older and shriveling up and can't, and no. Okay, we want to still be able to get on a bike and ride one if we had to. Still innocent in our spirit, still vulnerable, still willing to grow, still willing to learn, still teachable. A positive, cheerful outlook acts as healing, while prolonged sadness, stress, Okay? Prolong. Sadness. Prolonged stress or despair drains our inner strength and vitality. The mind-body connection highlights a real link between mental wellness and physical well-being. Say you get the mind, the rest will follow. That's for the better or for the worse. You have to guard that mind and what it's thinking on. You got to be able to take those negative thoughts, those thoughts that are false, the gossip, the whatever they saying, okay? However they arranging it. We was talking about how they was denying Jesus, the cornerstone. They was doubting him. They was denying him. People who he grew up with, who he been this way all his life. But they denying that he is as great as he is, that he is as caring, kind, compassionate, healing as he is and has always been. But grew up with him though. Hometown. But they don't want to see him, you know. That's so sad. They don't want to see him as any more. They don't want to see him as being more than they are. That's what it is. Which didn't make them less than. But he was extraordinary. And instead of celebrating that, they doubted it. They denied it. And God told me one time, he said, some people can't afford to agree with you. They can't afford to agree with you. Because the light that you shed and the truth that you telling is telling on them. It's exposing them for being who they choose to be. It makes them feel guilty and defensive about their wrongdoing and actions. How we was reading about stuff was done purposefully, intentionally. Yeah, it revealed the monsters that was in the house. Those that you had adopted as family. All that joyfulness and cheerfulness and positivity. It showed how negative they were. How crushed in spirit they are. How sad and stressed they are. But God said, if you create this, if you embrace and cultivate this emotional clarity, then you can create healthy boundaries that will lower your stress so you can live longer and happier. A cheerful disposition relieves stress and boosts overall health, much like a medicine. The danger of a crushed spirit. The phrase dried up the bones is a poetic word picture. In ancient Hebrew, the bones represent the core structure and strength of a person. Deep discouragement, or a broken spirit makes a person feel weak, depleted, and physically worn down. This is why you gotta protect yourself. This is why you gotta surround yourself with protective energy. This energy, being around people whose spirits are crushed, it's not safe. That's not an example of surrounding yourself with protective energy. It said that they are weak, and these are people who also avoid God, because God avoidance leaves people weak. It says, and this is why they're deeply discouraged. This is why their spirit is broken. This is why they're feeling weak, depleted, and physically worn down, and want you to be in the same boat. And this is misery wanting some company. And God is advising you to surround yourself with people who are in the right, you know what I'm saying, who are housing a joyful spirit, a healthy spirit, a wise, okay, state of being. They are healthy for you to be around. If not, you're going to have to set up some healthier boundaries. Listen to your body. Listen to how you be talking feelings. What is your heart saying? What is your spirit screaming? What are the signs internally and externally saying? It says the verse is not telling people to fake happiness or ignore real pain. True joy is a steady trust in God. Steady. That's what it looked like. Steady trust in God. You got your eyes on Him, on who He is. Okay? On the type of Father that He is. So you can focus on being protected and not being fearful of what they doing as a result of what they doing. You know what they doing. A snare, a pitfall. That's what the perverse and the wicked produce. Snares and pitfalls. But instead, we already know what's good. So we got our focus, our eye, stayed on Him. Stayed on God and what God is doing. And what God got us doing. We're staying devoted to Him, not devoted to them who are avoiding God. They in danger. A crushed spirit is dangerous. Dries up the bones. There's a name for that. I'm sure in the medical, there's a name for that. Osteoporosis. Dries up the bones. It's like a tower moment inside. Okay? Broken spirit starts showing up on the outside. You can see the brokenness on a person after a while. When they done went through this prolonged stress, prolonged sadness, prolonged despair. God said, you done seen the signs. The signs have been appearing, okay, everywhere. Synchronicities guide you forward. Don't ignore, okay, what's repeating itself. You know how you feeling and been feeling for a minute. If you've been feeling depleted, if you've been feeling tired and sad and just in despair and drained, inner strength is gone, get out of there. Get out of there. Start doing something different. Okay? Something that's going to be beneficial for you. Escape the mental cage through God-given understanding. Get with God so you can understand what you need to do next. What next looks like for you. You done endured enough. Okay? Take your pure-hearted self on to what's next and beneficial for you. Okay, let's read out of the book on this Ten of Cups. It says, the experience of resting in the heart in meditation is not something that can be grasped or forced. It comes naturally. As we grow more and more in tune with the rhythms of our own inner silence. As we grow more and more in tune with the rhythms of our own inner silences. The figure on this card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The figure on this card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The dolphins that emerge from the heart and make an arch towards the third eye reflect the playfulness and intelligence that comes when we are able to connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Connect with the heart. Okay? That childlike heart in order to see heaven. Gotta have that childlike spirit about you. And then the wisdom. Okay? And then the understanding. Connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Connect with the heart and move into the world from there. So you can be a blessing to the world around you. It says, let yourself be softer and more receptive now. Okay? Let yourself be softer, more receptive now. Because an inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you. All right? You know how they say everybody, the Ten of Cups is not the same for everybody. You know, happily ever after don't look the same for everybody. Inexpressible joy, which is what the Ten of Cups is, inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Just around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you. And when you find it, you won't be able to find the words to express it to others. But it's there, deep within your heart, ripe and ready to be discovered. Listen to your heart. Move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. A condition of complete simplicity, costing not less than everything. To be simple is arduous, because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose all to be simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex, and they have forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with God, hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with God in deep harmony. To reach to that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own beat. Find your own throb, your own beat. What does it for you? That's what I was telling Promise. You know, you got to find what's going to do it for you, baby. Go back. Feel into what you love, or how you want to be spending your time. And I told her, don't chase the money, because you adapt to that. Eventually, you adapt a lifestyle. No matter how much money you make, you'll have this lifestyle. But do you still like the job? You see what I'm saying? You got to find that thing that you just love. It's just who you are, not just what you do. You just love it. It is you. Who you were created to be. At this time in eternity. That's right. At this time in eternity. Harmony. That's what this card says. Harmony. Rest in the heart during meditation. This is not something that can be grasped or forced. You got to sit with it in relationship with God. Not just to get an answer and, then you off. No. To become closer. To have a memory. God, remember that time we had to do such and such, so and so. I was so this, I was so scared, I was so this, I was so tired. And then you came through and you gave me strength and you reminded me of this, that, and the other. It's that. Can't be grasped. Can't be stolen. Like the sons of Sceva, who thought they could buy the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy this experience. You can't take it from somebody and experience, all of this stuff. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know you can't take it. And if you can take it, you can't keep it. And it won't be the real thing. So you got to go the way you got to go. Go within so you never have to go without. It's something that we grow into. The more and more we become in tune with the heart of God. God, you know me better. You created me. I'm bringing it all back to the manufacturer. Okay? I'm discovering myself every day. Going about it in a playful way. An intelligent way. When you are able to connect with the heart. When you are able to connect with your heart. Then that's when it's time to move into the world from there. From a place of love. Sincerity. Genuine. Okay? Authentic. Move according to the heart, whatsoever the stake, no matter what it costs. So you end up in the right place. It's simple. This is a condition of complete simplicity. And the cost will be nothing less than everything. That's when you, sometime a tower moment come, or just life just happens in a way to where you just down to just you and your heart and how it wants to move through whatever it is you're going through. But it'll matter if you do it from the heart. A pure place with right motives. No matter how long it take you to get wherever it is that you're going, every step will be a solid step. You don't have to worry about falling. Might stumble because you're learning, but not falling because your heart is pure. And you're moving from that place of purity. Find your heart's throb and your own inner rhythm. You say that people have chosen to be complex, forgetting how to be simple. You know what they did that for? God is telling you to trust. Trust your path. No matter the obstacles, follow your intuition. It will lead the way. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow your joyful heart. That's what Dorothy did. She followed her heart. Her and Toto. Getting back to the basics, to the bare bones of it all. That animal instinct, that primal. Simply what it is. What is it? I'm a cheerleader at heart. I love cheering people on. I love seeing people win. I want to see everybody win. Dorothy wanted all of them, see all of them win. The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. This is the heart. Trust your instincts. Animals are guardians, gifted to grow. It says, you have a powerful animal instinct within that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel. They just express it. And you can learn from them. Connect how you really feel. How you want to feel. And what you really need. Connect with your animal instincts and express it naturally. Allow even the fiercest energy to flow. That part. Yeah. When you're just being childlike, allowing even the fiercest energy to flow. And I have here the Lion of Judah. You know, then sometimes we have to be as gentle as a lamb, as gentle as a dove, as cunning as the snake. You got to be able to go with the flow, flowing from the heart. And everything you really already know. You know. Been here before. Just got to remember. Remember we had it locked away. Yeah, I'm talking about that primal, that first. It's been locked away. Not allowed. It wasn't safe in the atmosphere you were in before. But now that you done put up these boundaries, healthy boundaries at that. Why people mad? Because you got up healthy boundaries. We got the new moon. It says a fresh start, a moment to set intentions. See? It's a fresh start. So now we got to make sure that heart is right. That joy is in place. That childlike spirit is leading the way as we go out into our community every day. Being a help to the people that we meet when we walking down the street each day. Being that one that listens to your sorrows, to the woes, and helps you see things in a different way, in a brighter way, helping to bring harmony out of chaos. because we have this fresh start now. This is the moment to set intentions and trust in the infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Heaven on earth. Infinite possibilities. Let your inner voice guide you forward. Okay? Let your inner voice guide you forward. Even allow even the fiercest energy to flow. When that voice is fierce, trust your path, no matter the obstacles. And the people over here shocked, by what you said and how you said it. Don't let that back you up. Don't let that let you be less joyful. Don't allow it to make you dim your light because they doubting and denying. They can believe it or not. Because what's destined cannot be stopped. Power to us did he give. Okay? Power to us did he give. That we would not die, but live. As we are in him. With him as the center. God as the center. God-centered. It says, you have a card here that says, always wanting, forever giving. It says sinners are always wanting what they don't have. This is talking about the people that were on the path that you have left. Always wanting what they don't have. Not just externally things, but even that joy within, those things, that peace, that way of seeing life, that way of being in life. Always wanting what they don't have. All day long, they crave for more. That's why you wasn't enough. And they had you around here feeling anxious. Okay? Under pressure about being perfect. Being enough. You are loved. 1 minute. And then they treat you. Okay? Like there ain't nothing to love about you. The next minute. Confusion. Always wanting more. Give me more. No, give me more. Put more heart into it. Put more. Yeah, and then before you know it, you drained. Before you know it, you drained. You stressed. Okay? You dried up bones. It says, but the God loyal are always giving what they do have. They're not complaining about what they don't have. They always finding a way to give what they do have. Out of God devotion. Because we know that this is how God wants it to be. He gives seed to the sower. He gives bread to the eater. Okay, do something with what he gave you. But these sinners up here who just wicked and perverse, they always wanting more of what they don't have. Always craving for more of what you have. And everybody else around them, big-eyed, always looking externally. This is where jealousy and envy comes from. They mad because you lit for life. I say trust your path. I don't care how fierce the energy gets. Follow your path. I don't care how, okay, hell on earth it becomes for them, because you out here shining like the noonday sun. Okay, you out here happy, joyful, overflowing in joy. Okay, you out here intelligently and instinctively moving around towards your joy. Okay, wise and youthful. Don't worry about them, what they doing. We going after that harmony. And creating a safe place for us to be able to meditate in. And trust our path. No matter what. Be the Lion of Judah when you gotta be the Lion of Judah. And when you're able to be the dove and the lamb, enjoy that moment too. Okay? You're able to do whatever you gotta do. Whatever is required of you. Alchemize. Okay? Gotta protect. Gotta protect. Because we can't act like, you know what I'm saying, we live in a world where predators and ruthless, cruel people don't exist. No, this not La La Land. Real world. Okay, so we gotta be balanced. We gotta be balanced out here. It makes me happy knowing that I'm protected from this. That makes me feel peaceful and harmonious and everything else on the inside, knowing that I know how to protect myself, that my community knows how to protect itself. It knows how to maneuver and move around out here in this real world. Okay, it knows what to stay far away from. I need for my community to know, my team to know what to stay far away from. How to recognize danger. How to recognize a crushed spirit when you see one. Stay far away. Stay clear and far away. Okay? You know what's good. You know. You know. You know. Okay? So you can make the decisions that need to be made when it's time to make them. What else we got? Do I want to pull any cards on anything, Lord? Trust your path. Can we get a picture? Let's give me one for with this career. I'm gonna use the career deck. Trust your path. And see what this path. Get an idea of what this path. No matter the obstacles. Okay? You got to become an obstacle. If you got to become an obstacle, that's what you got to do. Okay? You got to, sometimes you got to become an obstacle for the enemy. They want you to turn down. Turn up. Turn up. He told us to fly, what? Free like an eagle. Be playful, intelligent. What this? Trust your path. Give me something for trust your path. Let's say what's on the bottom. It says courage. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. And we know this is the King of Wands. Yes, leadership opportunities for the taking. Got youth out here. Okay, Elder? Elder with the childlike heart. What are you afraid of? Because we got opportunities out here to lead and to guide the next generation into a place of peace within first. Trust your instincts. Let me see something. What animal spirit, Lord? Give us an animal, since you say animal guard and trust your instincts. You know, God tell you in the Bible to, study the birds, study the ants. You know, the animals were here for us to learn from them. We can learn a lot from them when we're not thinking more highly of ourselves than we ought. Trust your instinct. What's that animal instinct, Father? That's going to be helpful. Chameleon. Act as if. That showed me. Act as if. Okay, that's what I was just saying. Be what you got to be when you got to be it. Act as if. Act as if. Give me another one. Seeker of prey. Love is all around. Nightingale spirit. Okay? Act as if. Sing your song. Okay? Sing like a canary. Tell your truth. Speak your truth. Don't let them intimidate you. Be joyful, even though they miserable over there and spirit crushed. They ain't none of your business. Act as if, because love is all around you. We talk about that. You're surrounded by God. Surrounded. His spirit is all around you. He's everywhere at the same time, all at once. Set healthy boundaries. Okay. Okay. And with the song that I got on here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, where I am just letting the enemy know, putting him in his place in song. Okay, fortifying my own spirit. My throat is scratchy. Yeah, it's something. It's something. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. No obstacles gonna stop me. Okay? From singing like a canary. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Set healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. It's okay. It's okay. No matter what they say, it's okay. No matter the obstacles, okay? No matter how much of an obstacle people try to be, you stay focused. You stay focused, because we are turning our ideas into real reality. Follow your spirit. It will lead the way. Follow the spirit of the living God on the inside of you. It will lead the way. David was a trailblazer. Doing things that had never been done before. He came along. Making history. Even when people did not recognize that that's what he was doing. Saul and Nim They did not recognize what he was doing when he was doing it. He didn't let it stop him. He did not allow it to keep him from doing it. This side. Okay, got that plugged up. No obstacles. Don't let no obstacles get in your way. Armadillo. That's protection. That armor. Yeah, spiritual protection. Set healthy boundaries spiritually. Spiritually. You got to protect that light. You got to protect that harmony. You got to protect that mental freedom. All that God has given you. Now you just got to be the guardian of it. The guardian of that faith. I know God gave me this life. And I intend to live it. Set boundaries. Think I'm just up here saying stuff just to be saying it. Nope. That's not what time it is. That's not it. Okay, God. What we got? Trust your path. What path is going to look like? Trust this path. Tell me about this path. Always. Look here. It says, beware of drama. It says drama. Beware of troublemakers in the workplace. The job you want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. Emotional clarity. Keep your emotions in check so that you're not gossiping. Okay, no sense in talking about it. Well, what are you going to do about it? Another card that came out is progress. It says, it seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. So stay on course. Trust your path. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. That's some direction right there. Take it how it resonates. See, got the path, footsteps, okay, the long path. It's a journey. But beware of the troublemakers, okay, of the drama king and queens. Set healthy boundaries so you're not caught up. You know, at work, set healthy boundaries. No, you don't need to talk about it. You want to talk about it? No, I'm good. I'm just pray about it, child. It's going to be all right. Okay? Because we're not trying to associate ourselves with people who got crushed spirits from the jump. And by the time you get finished talking to them, your spirit going to be crushed too. Okay, you're going to be feeling worse, and then they're going to be going and telling somebody about how you feel. And she said she was, and yeah. When they troublemakers, go the other way. Stay far away from the troublemakers, okay? Stay away from that path where they want to just talk about it and gossip, you know, just to, muddy up the air. Muddy the waters. Make the situation worse. To say your efforts are going to pay off. You avoiding that gossip is going to pay off. Passage. We moving. That's, for me, it's like the Six of Swords. God is granting you passage. He going to take you over. That's why we got the footsteps in the sand. He going to take you over. He going to carry you. Away from this drama. That's right, because we done left that path. The path of the perverse and the wicked. Leaving that behind. It says your current situation is a means to an end. Promise. Your current situation is a means to an end. We going somewhere. It says you are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. You're making this voyage. It's uncertain, but you're going to a new world. So enjoy the discoveries as you go with that childlike. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. Follow the yellow brick road. Where we going, Lord? We know to act as if you already there. We know to do that. Act as if you already there. Act as if you already protected. You already know whatever coming up, whatever obstacles come, I'm going to be able to. That's your attitude. Handle it with joy. If whatever chaos comes, I'm going to be able to alchemize it to where it's harmonious at the end of the day. I'm going to know exactly what to do. And it's going to be something that's good for everybody involved. Because you connected. Flowing from the heart. Coming from a place of God-given wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Intelligence. You're emotionally intelligent. You're going to be able to do exactly what you need to do when you need to do it. And God is helping you. You're not alone. You're not alone. Where we going? The future. It says, and I'll just say, where we going? The future. Plan for the future while living in the present. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Okay? Love is all around. You are always supported by spirit. It says your psychic ability